Hello and welcome to this little video. This is a vlog that I made of me sewing a little bag. I used the Bestie bag pattern by Blackbird Fabrics, which I will have linked below. I originally had a much better intro and some better explanations for things, but my mic was not working for any of that footage, so it is basically unusable. So now I am here explaining things while you watch me cut out the lining for my bag. I would not say this is a tutorial. This will probably not show you how to make a bestie bag, but I'm hoping that it's just something you can put in the background while you do some arts and crafts. It's just a lot of me sewing and talking about the process. I also do patchwork for the outside. That's something that I think was in one of the explanation videos that I lost the audio for. So this is what I'm using for the lining, and then I'll be working on patchwork stuff for the outside. So enjoy this little sew along and hope you enjoy. So I have done a bit of the maths. So at first I looked at, I cut out the lining, which I have here. And I have figured out, so I have this, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's just an acrylic quilt, template. It is 3.5 inches. So I have done the math of if I cut out a bunch of squares using this, how many I will need to make the bag. I thought about doing a lining in between, I've thought about patchworking all the squares together and then quilting them onto something and then having the lining, but I think I'm just going to use my serger for all of the quilting, so I won't need any, I won't need to actually quilt it. But I've done all the math for how many squares I will need, and it's actually an even 100. Might end up needing a bit more than that, we'll see, but I think I'm just going to, get started cutting out a bunch of squares from my scrap fabric, and then start sewing them. So let's get to work doing that. here I am with my studio assistant. Do you have anything to say, Cosmo? Anything to say? Normally he's a big screamer. Oh! Anyways, we were working on my bestie bag today. So I patchworked all the front together. And I miscalculated and messed up a bunch. So one, all the seams aren't laying the right direction, which is fine. It's just maybe going to be a little lumpy in places. But the other thing was I miscalculated my measurements, so I needed more. I sewed it all together and it's too small for the pattern, so I have added some strips to the top and side. It's just going to be for like the edges of the pattern, so like it's not going to look like a huge strip. There's one side. Here's the other. I think it's going to be really cute when it's all done. And then I also have some fusible interfacing that I'm going to iron on the back of it. I'll do that with most of the body of the bag, so to the front two body pieces and the bottom part, just to add some structure and hopefully some like durability and whatnot. But that's kind of the plan right now. My goal for tonight, which tonight is just kind of a chill sewing night. My goal is to have everything patchworked, and if I'm lucky, all the pattern pieces cut out. But mostly just getting all the patchwork done. So I think I'm going to, keep doing that. If you notice maybe a quality jump in video, hopefully, I got a new phone. So I used to be filming on my Google Pixel 6a, but that had a battery defect where sometimes it would overheat and then explode. So we got some like cash back from Google to get, so now I have a Google Pixel 9a. So jumped up a bit, so hopefully the quality is a bit better. Anyways, I'm working on my bestie bag, and I've sewn on the pockets to the inside. This one I like stitched it down the middle, so there's like 2 pockets. And then I need to find a zipper that's gonna work. I didn't do this beforehand, which is my bad. I need one that be about 17¼ inch. So here's hoping I find one. I have like my little thing of zippers. Hopefully I find one that's the right size and color. Hopefully it matches. Okay, so I found this teal zipper. It's a little beat up, but I think it's gonna work just fine. That's the exact length. And I like that it's metal, and that, I don't know, I just like the color. So next step is sewing on the zipper tabs. So they're just little scraps of fabric that are gonna go on the edge of the zipper. So let's do that. And then after that, it is sewing right sides of the main bag to the zipper. So that will be the step after that. So I just got back from climbing, and I attached the zipper. I might have fucked up, because there's a bunch at the end. I think maybe I like started to, no, it should work. Okay, whatever. But I think that's fine. It's like the end bit, and I feel like there totally are bags that just have this kind of either tucked into the bag or like just kind of sticking out. I feel like that's gonna be fine. But I need to top stitch it. I'm gonna top stitch like this part open, and to do that, oh, I forgot to mention this. Another tip that I have for sewing stuff like this, especially like patchwork, is it's hard to find one color that works for like the top stitching and stuff. So I have discovered that using multicolored thread. I'll show you what I mean. So I have this thread that's multicolored. Let me see if you can. It's like a pastel, like pink, blue, green, yellow. And I found that using it for top stitching for patchwork items is really nice, because then like it's almost intentional that the colors don't match, and it makes it, I don't know, just feel better. So but I didn't realize I need to make it up into a bobbin because I was using white thread as a bobbin, but since I'm gonna be, I think it's gonna be easier to top stitch from up here. So yeah, we're gonna do that next, and then we're gonna keep going with making the bag. I'm gonna be working on this until 8:30. It's like, what time is it? 6:45. So we'll see how far I can get tonight. I want to finish this soon. I have a tendency to like start projects and then let them linger for too long, but I want to finish this. But imagine, look at how cute that's gonna be. So yeah. So I actually did this in the wrong order. I was supposed to add the lining. So we will be doing that before we top stitch. It's gonna be a little bit finicky now. So I was supposed to do like one base and then one lining, but that's okay. Progress update. Bag. All I have to do is I have to close the hole in the bottom and then add the straps. I have some white webbing that I'm going to use. And then I'm gonna make it I have this little buckle that looks like a thing, so a flower. Oh my god, I can't speak. So it's gonna be like this will be one side, and then the strap will go through, I think. Yeah. But I think this is I think it's gonna be really cute. Like, imagine. Oh my god. So, excited about that. Yeah, it's just time to finish her up. I think we be done. I should have top stitched more things, but this project was kind of getting to that point where it's like, either I finish it now or it will never be done. So definitely not perfect. But that's okay. It opens, it has pockets on the inside. It's definitely functional, and I will definitely be using it. So here's the final look. Oh, I do need to fold this over and stitch, but she's there, she's ready, I can put things inside. And wear her. The one thing that might be, especially if I add some, I don't know, heavy things in it, is that, like, I don't think that's supposed to happen. So maybe I think this might be too big for the webbing. But worst case, I can always, like, do a little that. But I have finished it. It's done, and I can move on to something else. And here is, yeah, finished bestie bag. I have been using this for a few weeks now, and honestly, it's the best thing ever. I am a part-time dog walker, and this has been, like, vital for that. Just having all of my things within, like very close arm's reach, because I have, like, one of those waist leashes, so, like, I don't need to use both my hands to be walking the dog. But, like, in order to get, like, my headphones or my sunglasses or something, it is nice to just have all of my things so close to me. I definitely will be making another one. My family's going on a trip to Disney World in the fall, and I think I want to make, they have a smaller version, and I think I want to make a, like, Disney-themed smaller bestie bag for the trip. So that might be coming up. But overall, very happy with this bag, and you should definitely make it if you want to. Again, I'll leave it in the pattern in the description, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!